Alright, right now I have nothing on my face, so let's prep the skin and let's get started. Let's zoom you in. We're going to prep the face by starting with a serum so everything is nice and smooth for foundation. The foundation I'm going to be using is a Wet n Wild PhotoFocus, which you can find literally at any store for under $6. So let's get going. When applying your foundation, you can use any tool of your choice. In this case, as always, I am using a sponge. Now that my foundation has been applied, I'm going to proceed with concealer and correctors. In my case, I need correctors because I need to counteract all the shadows and imperfections of my cheeks and the little dots on my forehead. For that purpose, I'm going to be using my concealer, my Wet n Wild concealer, and my Absolute New York concealer. This combination is perfect, and this is on sale right now for $3.99. Regular price it's about $5.99. It's still extremely affordable. And for my eyes in specific, I'm going to use the corrector on my Wet n Wild BB cream, which I love and I use for every day. If you have a lot of things to correct, you really want to take your time and use the right tool for it. If you feel comfortable using brushes, stippling brushes, or flat brushes, flat concealer brushes, go ahead and do it. In my case, I use the sponges because that's what I feel more comfortable with, but feel free to do whatever you would like. Applying concealer, you have to determine your needs. In my case, I need a lot of correction because of my hyperpigmentation problems. But if you are young and you don't need this much concealer, please do not use it. You're young, you have perfect skin, so do not overdo it. And again, you are going to take the tool of your choice and you're going to start blending. You're going to tap very lightly so you don't disturb any work that you have done under. Now as a second layer, I'm going to take my Irradiant Cover Concealer and I'm going to apply it on top just to finish and make everything even. Again, if you don't need this much concealer, don't use it. It's not necessary. Just because this is what applies to me doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to translate into your specific set of needs. Okay, with the rest that is left on my sponge, I'm going to apply it on my temples, just not to waste any product. Now we're going to set everything in place, and I'm going to bring my old trusty Cartier sponge. This is translucent extra coverage. I'm very sorry if you have a dark complexion, this might give you a cast, so look for another option such as black radiance, but this might not be for you. It might make you look ashy just a little bit. And what you do is that you take the palm of your hands, you remove the excess of the powder, and then you apply it. Again, very gently. You don't need to set your whole face if you don't need to. Now, since my brows are halfway done, I'm going to finish them off camera. The products that I'm going to be using is Essence Brow Gel and Maybelline eyeliner gel. I use this for my eyebrows. This is the only product that I have always used, and the color that I'm using is brown. So I'll be right back. Now that my eyebrows are done and I have a clear frame of my eyes, I want to start with the eyeshadow, and I'm going to use shadow sticks, and these two colors that I'm using is brown and green, and they are by Absolute New York. If you have not tried this brand, I highly recommend for you to check them out. Now I'm gonna start with using the green color, and the first from inner to a middle half of my eyes, and then I'm going to use the brown color in the outer part of the eyelid. I'm gonna start with one eye and then I'll show you the rest when it's done. Now when using shadow sticks or when first starting applying your eyeshadow, I always recommend to take into consideration your eye shape. What is the shape that you're going for? Are you going for something more square or straight, or do you really want to define your area? If you notice, I have started applying the green eyeshadow and I'm taking a round curve around my eyes. Now I'm going to proceed with the brown. Now that I have applied my brown color, notice how I have merged both colors, but I have left a little bit of a gap towards the outer corner because we're going to be blending. You never want to apply either your cream product or your eyeshadow product all the way towards the end of your corners, because you're not going to have any space to blend. You need some kind of leg room so you can blend your eyeshadows either with your brushes or with your fingers. Once you have placed all your cream products and you have defined the eye shape that you're going for, you're going to set everything with eyeshadow. The one I'm using is by Wet n Wild color icon, and the two tones that I'm using, if I can open it, are the green tones and these brownish mauve toned. So you're gonna tap the excess and you are going to pack the color. See how intense that is? It gives you a very nice touch. However, when dealing with Wet n Wild eyeshadows, just be very careful because they are famous for being extremely soft and have a lot of fallout. Notice how I'm going up with my brush and then I'm gonna blend with my finger. Go as high or keep it as low as you would like, but always blending with your eyeshadow and your finger. Now I'm going to work in my lower lash line, and I'm going to use the same process, shadow stick, eyeshadow, and blending with a very small brush. To apply the eyeshadow color, I'm going to take a flat brush just to have more precision, and instead of going up and down motion, I'm going to drag it inwards, outwards. And as always, using your fingers to. Now that I have applied mascara and false eyelashes, by the way, I forgot to mention the mascara that I'm using is a Maybelline, and you can find this either at Ulta or the drugstore. Now that I have applied my eyelashes, I'm going to proceed with a little bit of eyeliner. This is L'Oreal gel eyeliner in black. Now I'm going to apply a little bit of gel eyeliner in the outer corners of my lower lash line, just to make everything very intense and smooth. And now we're ready to finish the face. I'm going to proceed with contour, and the product that I'm using is a cream stick by Wet n Wild. This is the best. Don't go to Sephora, don't spend your money in all that. Go to the drugstore and grab this. This is about $3.99 to $4, and this is fantastic. It blends like a dream and it stays on all day long. So let's go. I'm gonna do my forehead. And one tip to work with this product, you need to work in sessions. If you're gonna do your forehead, you do your forehead first, then you move on to your nose or your cheeks and your jaw. But always take your time and work in smaller sections rather than apply the product all over the face and then it dries out and you don't know how to blend. So small sessions. notice how I'm going for a curve rather than a straight line, and that's how it should look like. And now we're moving to the other side. Again, now we're going to set all our cream products with a little bit of bronzer, and the one that I'm using is a mini size by Morphe. I bought this at Ulta, and I think it was around $5.99. I always get mini sizes because I don't need a full size products in this type of brands. So circular motions so you look even. As a blush, I'm going to use one of the colors from my eyeshadow palette. I'm going to use this rosy tone right here. Again, with a very small brush. And this is beautiful. You don't need multiple products to make your face. If you have a well-diverse, very well-rounded color palette, that you have a mixture of dark and light colors, you can use them as pretty much everything. For lips, you have a couple of choices. You can either line your lips and go over with either a liquid lip or a matte lipstick, or you can skip altogether and just use a little bit of gloss. I want to use everything because that's just my preference. So I'm going to use a lip liner, I'm going to use a lip mousse, and on top of that I'm going to add just a little bit of touch of gloss. So let's go. Now with the lip mousse. So I'm going to finish everything with a lip gloss. So give me 1 second. I'm going to use this holographic lip gloss by, again, Absolute New York. You should definitely check that out. So let's try it. And this is the final look. I hope you enjoyed this video. All the products are going to be listed in the description down below. So if you have any further questions, comments, or concerns, please communicate them with me. And until next, bye.
That's all for this episode of House of Olive. Be sure to check out past episodes and make sure you subscribe so you stay in the loop with future episodes that'll be coming your way. Hope you enjoyed the program, and thanks for tuning in.